Welcome to Talpeon, the world of moles. Now, I already know what some of y'all are thinking. Hey Jordan, why are you starting another seed world? I thought Compolus Crocotera was gonna be it. And, well, Novatera, that other project, so why are you starting a new one? Well, to put it this way, I just wanted to do a mammal seed world. Mammals are some of the main stars in seed world, so I thought, why don't I give my shot at it? Talpeon, the world of moles, is, well, a world of moles. And you might be wondering, why would humans, make a world full of moles? The simple answer is that, well, back during the Cretaceous period, a time when the planet was ruled by dinosaurs, there were small, burrowing little mammals that lived underground and ate small bugs and even tinier little dinosaurs. And after the extinction of those dinosaurs, they led to some of the greatest creatures ever, the Pleistocene mammals. To name a few would be rats, whales, monkeys, humans, and elephants, just to name a few. So they decided to pick another little burrowing mammal, but except it's from our era. What is it? Well, they chose the cute little burrowers, one of my favorite little burrowing mammals, moles. But before we get into the moles and other animals, we have to talk about the abiotic features that makes Talpeon. Firstly, the planet is around the same size as Earth with similar gravity. It has a moon named Retha, and Retha has another tinier rock named Mollusis that orbits it, making the tides a little stronger than here on Earth. The planet also has algae mats that can be seen from space all the way in their saltwater oceans. The planet is mainly made up of carbon dioxide and oxygen, however, you can find nitrogen and other gases on this planet. So it's very similar to Earth. And now, here is the map. There is Morthalis, which is a giant continent that has a smaller island next to it called Sirte, as well as Orcares is a giant ice continent, and another one called the Ice Sea, which is a frozen ocean. And of course, giant algae mats that are around the equator, because the equator is a lot more warm than any other parts. And the planet is mainly made up of plain-like biomes. The organisms that were seeded in this planet were, of course, the common mole, the star-nosed mole, shrew mole. Those are the three vertebrates. Now it's time for the invertebrates, which includes earthworms, mole crickets, honeybees, isopods, moths, krill, pygmy octopuses, and garden snails. Flora includes stuff like grasses and mosses, as well as algae, seagrass, shrubs, elm trees, roses, daisies, tulips, and dandelions, as well as funguses, mold, and small microbes like small bacteria and other small microorganisms. Now it's time to get into the juicy bit of the video, the first descendants of animals, starting with underground in these big plains. Underground, a small little burrowing mammal. This is the root mole. The root mole is a completely herbivorous mole, only eating roots and tubers that can be found underground. These guys are descendants from the common mole, and they haven't really changed much, except for now completely herbivorous diet. They won't even attack any mole crickets or worms that they might find down here. So mainly tubers and roots, and sometimes at night they'll go up on land to eat grasses and petals of flowers. They're very cute and haven't changed much, like I just said. And another organism that have descended down in these deep, deep, deep burrows is the whisker mole. The whisker mole is a descendant of a shrew mole. They have whiskers that coat their entire body upwards. This is the sense movement, as there are predators that will find them down here. These guys will also eat smaller little mole babies sometimes, and go up out of the ground a lot more at night, as, of course, they don't have to be really worried of things like wild birds and stuff, as there's no birds or anything like that. They mainly eat roots, worms, mole crickets, and other things like that, as well as tubers. The whiskers, of course, sense movement if predators were to come, and some of the main predators that they have to look out for is none other than the tentacle mouth mole. The tentacle mouth mole is the descendant of the star-nosed mole. They have longer lips on their mouth and thing that kind of resembles them like a Cthulhu or something like that. They hide up inside the burrows and only have their mouth parts dangling down. Once something grazes upon the mouth parts, they'll instantly jump down and grab it, and use their long claws to tear apart the unsuspecting prey, usually shrew moles or herbivorous moles, making them the top predators down here underneath these deep, deep grounds. A very whirly predator indeed. On top of the lands, however, you can find a type of bee. This is a mega bee. A mega bee, hence its name, is basically just a big bee, due to the oxygen levels being a little bit higher than what's found on Earth. They build their homes in the elm trees and are just big, big bees. They can be found almost anywhere and are very, very cool. Here is the size comparison of all the organisms today, and thank you so much for watching. If y'all hear a chicken crowing in the background, that's because there's a wild chicken on the loose, and you know what? We'll have to take care of them. But I hope you have a good day, and, well, goodbye.